Lucid is acquiring a bunch of equipment from Nikola, and I think there's a lot more to it, so let's talk about it. So, Lucid just made a major move acquiring more than 880,000 square feet of building from Nikola. Now, I have an entire video that you can watch here about Nikola and their Chapter 11 bankruptcy, but they are selling off through an auction all of their equipment, all of their leasing rights to all of their properties. There's a lot that goes into it. And Lucid, who is right up the road, acquired all of it. Now, when I say all of it, I mean a lot of the property and equipment. They are not acquiring any of Nikola's proprietary vehicles or IP. They're not doing any of that, so it's unlikely that we'll see some sort of Lucid semi truck in the future. But now that I'm thinking about it, man, that would probably be the best semi truck on earth. Lucid efficiency, Lucid design, I think it would be pretty good. But Lucid is not acquiring any of Nikola's proprietary information. They are just going for the good stuff, the property. And I think this is going to help them expand with their next upcoming mid-sized SUV. We know Lucid has their Air, their sedan, then they upgraded, got to the Gravity, their SUV. Now they got to enter the big market. We have so many mid-sized SUVs because that's what's selling, and Lucid needs to join, and that's what they plan on doing. So very soon, probably by the end of this year, we will see some sort of information about a Lucid midsize SUV. And I think these development centers, all of this property, these facilities from Nikola are going to help Lucid do so. Now, Lucid is acquiring Nikola's Coolidge manufacturing plant as well as their Phoenix headquarters and product development center. So this will give Lucid two properties to use to further development of their next upcoming vehicle, this likely mid-sized SUV. And as I said, this combines over 880,000 square feet of space. And Nikola's Coolidge manufacturing facility alone is over 700,000 square feet. That's going to give Lucid a huge facility to do whatever they want with. Maybe they'll start production for batteries, motors. We will see. We do know that Lucid is already in talks with the likes of Aston Martin to begin to provide Aston Martin with electric high voltage architecture for some of their hybrid and soon electric vehicles. And maybe this facility will help them expand on that. But regardless, whether it's their commercial business or their midsize SUV, Lucid is acquiring a ton of space and it's going to help them a lot. Now, these buildings have a ton of equipment as well. So there is battery and environment testing chambers. So to see how well certain equipment can handle different climates and environments, Nikola had a full chassis dyno, a ton of machining tools, autonomous equipment. All of these assets are just going to help Lucid accelerate their vehicle testing pipeline even further. On the flip side, Lucid is also offering jobs for Nikola employees that were laid off due to this bankruptcy. Over 300 former Nikola employees, roles in software, assembly, engineering, warehousing. So people who have experience in these facilities could likely keep their same jobs just working for Lucid once Lucid starts utilizing them. So all the way from blue collar manual labor roles all the way to software, digital roles. I think this is helpful, and it also just shows that Lucid's able to help people in the EV community that, were laid off in effect of Nikola's poor management. But there is a ton that can be done by Lucid with this new 700,000 square foot manufacturing facility, as well as Lucid's corporate headquarters and product development center. So all this equipment, all of these employees that have some familiarity with, the area, the buildings, the equipment that are used to electrification, all of this is being taken over by Lucid. Now, I'll go over to Lucid's own press release talking about how they acquired all of this, and we'll read through it. Lucid, to acquire select facilities and assets previously belonging to Nikola Corporation, will extend offers to 300 plus former Nikola employees. Lucid Group, maker of the world's most advanced electric vehicles, today announced it has reached an agreement to acquire select facilities and assets in Arizona, previously belonging to Nikola Corporation, subject to approval by the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the District of Delaware. Now, this is actually today. So, actually, the same time that I'm filming this, there is currently a court hearing that is being held to finalize all of this. But Lucid has already put in their bid, and I don't think there's any contradiction in place that would prevent Lucid from winning this bid, besides the fact that the Arizona governor is even in on it. But we'll talk about this. The transaction does not include the acquisition of Nikola's business, customer base, or technology related to Nikola's hydrogen fuel cell electric trucks. Additionally, Lucid plans to offer employment to more than 300 former Nikola employees and roles across Lucid's Arizona facilities. So it is worth mentioning, Lucid is in Casa Grande, Arizona, right outside of Phoenix. Nikola's headquarters is in Phoenix, and then they have their manufacturing facility in Coolidge, which I want to say is like 20 minutes away from their Casa Grande AMP1 giant Lucid production facility. So these facilities aren't very far. And so this could easily be a place for, as I said, Lucid to manufacture, motors, drivetrain parts, whatever, and then have them shipped right up the road to their AMP1 Casa Grande facility. As part of the agreement, Lucid will take over Nikola's former Coolidge manufacturing facility, as well as the Phoenix facility previously used as Nikola's headquarters and product development center. These buildings collectively add more than 884,000 square feet to Lucid's Arizona footprint. Most of the space is comprised of state-of-the-art manufacturing and warehouse buildings, which executes against Lucid's prior planned expansion in Arizona. So Lucid has already talked about expanding their Arizona footprint, expanding their current factory, which they've already done for Gravity production, but they're also going to have to do something for their mid-sized SUV production. And this just helps with that. You have to think about all of the logistics and parts that go into building a vehicle. This is just going to help them scale. These facilities also include development equipment with extensive battery and environmental testing chambers, a full-size dynamometer, machining equipment, and more. Lucid's agreement to acquire the aforementioned assets follows Nikola's bankruptcy auction, which concluded on April 10th, 2025, as part of its filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy relief. As we continue our production ramp of Lucid Gravity and prepare for our upcoming mid-size platform vehicles, acquiring these assets is an opportunity to strategically expand our manufacturing, warehousing, testing, and development facilities while supporting our local Arizona community, said Mark Winterhoff, the interim CEO of Lucid. You can watch our video here talking about Peter Rawlinson leaving as CEO of Lucid, now taking on more of an advisory role. We are delighted to extend employment offers to more than 300 former employees who bring valuable industry experience, and together with our outstanding teams, will continue powering Lucid's industry-leading innovation. Then quoted here today, today's announcement is fantastic news for Arizona workers and our state's growing EV and battery manufacturing industry, said Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs. And this acquisition promises to strengthen Lucid's operations while offering continued employment to hundreds of skilled workers in our state. I'm honored to work with the local Lucid team. Then Arizona State Senator TJ Shope says, I'm honored to work with the local Lucid team to support the asset acquisition efforts of Nikola Corporation in my hometown of Coolidge. This investment will be instrumental in helping those impacted by job loss to regain employment by Lucid and further solidify Lucid's commitment to growing in Pinal County and our state by utilizing the Coolidge facility for Lucid's manufacturing operations. I'm excited. It's always fun seeing manufacturers expand, no matter who it is, whether it's Rivian expanding in Georgia and expanding in Normal with their R2 factory, whether it's even Tesla going abroad in Mexico and building a new factory, or it's Hyundai or Kia building new factories in Georgia, Polestar, Volvo, South Carolina. Production facilities are everywhere, and you need the space to be able to build more products. And these new products end up in our hands for me to be able to make more videos about them, which just make me all jolly and happy. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think Lucid is working on? Of course, I think it's great that Lucid is offering employment to the many employees that were affected by Nikola's bankruptcy. So that's already a positive. But what do you think Lucid has up their sleeves besides their expansion of their mid-sized platform to help Lucid succeed? Again, I think it's increasing production of their in-house motors, maybe moving that to its own separate facility. Again, Lucid has their own commercial business. That's what Lucid started as, right? Ativa, which was building electric parts for other manufacturers. Then Lucid became its own company with the help of Peter Rawlinson. And I think that's what Lucid's core business should be. I think the Lucid Air and Gravity are amazing, but when it comes to the powertrain of the Lucid Air and Gravity, it is the best in the United States, if not best in the world, with the hardware package that Lucid has. So I would love to see Lucid expand, work with other automakers like Aston Martin, Toyota, Ferrari, automakers that maybe aren't too focused in electrification and aren't doing too well of a job and could use the help. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Isaiah, and I will see you guys in the next one.